It is. But I mean, a lot of these people are doing it remotely, so let's not be. So it looks like Melissa took Wednesday off here, and there's no update. All right.
I mean, she did
Um,
respond on the 21st, which is good. She responded fast.
um, I'd recommend beginning with the thesis so well, the book some more. Feel free to give me a revised outline now. Uh, we've already done that though. So like, so this is again, like I'm only a guide here. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Um, the teacher is clearly wanting to every step of the way be involved in your writing process. And that means that if we don't do this, she's just going to keep not grading it. And the you can't change your teacher at this point, I guess. Maybe you can, but um she's like saying like only do this and then only and then I'll respond to you kind of thing.
Hmm.
So like we can make an outline pretty quick. Um so uh we can make an outline from what you've already written if you would like. Another option is to push back, is basically to call her, call your counselor and say, look, I already wrote the essay. I don't, it's ridiculous. Like I'm willing to take whatever grade she gives me at this point. Because like, at some point you're so far behind in the sequence of where you're supposed to be, you just need to get stuff done. But um, that's for you to decide, or maybe to have a conversation with your parents. Um, but the instructor is very clearly saying like, you need to do it this way, or I'm not going to let you go any further. Um,
Yeah, we
and
love picky people.
it's a power thing. It's a control thing. It's she's making about her, not you. Um, this is the way of the world, though. In some cases, she thinks she's doing you the right thing here by making you follow these steps. It's kind of like your algebra teacher last year, not opening up the next assignment, all the revisions for like one part of one problem. It's not conducive to like moving through this quickly.
It
So
was a hard time.
yes. So like I said, I'm not going to tell you what to do. It's kind of like when the therapist says, like, I'm not here to make decisions for you. It's like I'm here to just tell you, hey, these are kind of your options. What would you like to do?
Um, let's just get this essay over with. Let's just try to let's just do what she wants, and if she still doesn't like it, then I'll ask for a grade.
Okay. Well, understand that after the outline, after you submit the outline here, she's going to want you to revise the outline, then and or the thesis. Then she's going to uh, then ask you to write the essay, which you've already done. So like it's a several day sequence to get this done at present.
Yeah,
So I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. Okay.
I don't understand why she just I've already done everything. I don't understand what more does she want. Like I thought I already gave her what she needed.
He wants you to do it in her order.
Yeah, and you know what's really annoying? This is gonna like because she keeps holding us back at this point. I feel like she's gonna hold us back for every single lesson.
That's right. That's right. That's what's
Yeah,
going to happen.
yeah. And I'm gonna be like, okay, you never specified it in the lesson in the first place, so what do you want me to do?
She's just why did that close? Yeah, I mean that's just the way she's going to be. Um, okay. So let's let's start up here with the outline. Okay. And we'll follow her instructions here. um, thesis. While the book gives a more, so here you go. This is just copying and pasting. That's what I meant by we're not going to like rewrite anything. We're going to just use what she says. This is your thesis. While the book gives a more comprehensive account of the transition of Jack's character development being normal to becoming insane, comma, the movie is scary to watch because its visual effects and sound accompany horrific scenes. There's your thesis. Okay. And so she then says, making sure you have one body paragraph to devote each of these major differences. Okay, so outline. So we have introduction, body paragraph one, paragraph three, two, one, conclusion. Okay. All right. So difference number one. All right, so let's insert kind of this outline format here. Again, like I don't want us to have to redo a bunch of stuff here. So we're just gonna give her what she wants. And you're not the only student dealing with this, and not that that makes it any better, but it's like that's just the way it goes. So all right, clean this up a little. All right, so it's difference one, difference two. Um, so now this is where we go back to the essay that you wrote, okay? And we just bullet point what you've already written. So it's actually easier to write the outline after the essay is written because you already have everything here. So what, tell me in your own words, you don't have to write anything for right now. You don't have to write anything, just tell me your own words. Like what are we saying up until the point where it says the book is better? Like what are we trying to quickly convey to the reader in this highlighted section?
Um, I'm sorry, what did you say?
Let
I
me know when you're awake.
I'm
All right.
awake. I'm just partially I'm not asleep. My
It's
mind is
okay, Ivana.
awake.
It's okay, Ivana. I just mean like let me know when you're ready. Like it's I'm look, I'm not, my excitement meter, like I really like working with you. I enjoy doing this because it's different than math and stuff, but like I'm not excited either, but I'm doing my best I can for you.
We're recovering from the Thanksgiving dinner.
I know. And I had a second plate for after way too late last night. You know how it is. It's
I'm
like
like, I feel like I woke up and I'm like, I thought I thought it was Monday.
it
I thought I
feels
was
like a
asleep for
Monday.
3 days. It does feel like a Monday.
Here's
Okay,
the thing. A week from now, a month from now, you're gonna be glad you did this because you're gonna be further ahead. So, anything we
that's
get done
true.
today is better than it's like you go to the gym even if you don't feel like it. You go to practice even if you don't feel like it because you get the benefit down the road. So what I'm asking you to do here is to just tell me, you don't have to write anything, just tell me in your own words, like what are we like why did we write this? Do you remember why we wrote this and what does it convey to the reader?
I think we wrote this because it will help the reader get a visual of like who the main characters are.
So just the first two, three sentences here. It says, The Shining by Stephen King is a horror novel about a family of three moving to the Overlook Hotel as caretakers for the winter. The book was adapted into a movie by Stanley Kubrick, and both are considered cult classics by those who follow dark horror. It feels like we're introducing what? What are we introducing here? We don't really give much detail. We give
Um, we're giving details.
so I hate to stereotype here, but I'm gonna stereotype a little bit.
Oh,
As a woman, when women tell stories, this is a stereotype, it's not true for everyone. When women tell stories, do they give like a lot of background information?
yeah, I would assume so.
Yes, yes.
Because
And
I
that's what
give
we're
a
doing
lot of
here.
background and clarification. I can tell a funny story about that.
Guys are just like, hey, they went to the hotel, Jack went crazy and nearly murdered his family,
Sounds like a comedy.
So what we're saying here is that you're giving background information. Okay, you're sort of like introducing the book and the movie, and you're giving a brief synopsis. So in your introduction here, you're giving a brief overview of the text, The Shining. Okay. Then what do you do next? It's the wrong outline. Um, why is it so difficult? Okay. Huh. Let's use that one. Okay. So you give a brief overview of the text, The Shining. Then you um, brief. So then you discuss the adaptation into a movie thesis. That is what you did in the introduction.
Hmm.
Do you tell me if you kind of believe that's what we actually did? Like, did those first couple sentences, did they overview of the text? I guess the book, not the text. Then you give the thesis. Okay. The conclusion. The conclusion is where you typically restate. Oh boy, restate the thesis. This is classic, and then you give um, either the best points, best main points, and then you provided your opinion on which was better, book or movie. Okay. This is what your teacher is looking for.
Hmm. I have a
All right. Now,
very picky teacher.
yes. And I mean, it's like you're playing the game. The game is, you want to pass this class. And if you think this is bad, wait till you get to college and you'll be really, you know, you'll get teachers that'll just fail you on an essay because you didn't put page numbers on your essay. Because you forgot to click the box, you didn't use the template. You know, they're nuts. Okay. So we need to next um, put this paragraph into bullet points. The book gives a more comprehensive account of the transition of Jack from normal to insane. So what you want to do here is each sentence or two is kind of briefly summarize like what's going on here. Like for example, here what I have highlighted here. Um, we could say Jack was trying to remain sober after alcohol, but broke his son's arm when he spilled coffee. It's kind of like a short sentence thing.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do is summarize as best we can. All right. So what I'd like you to do, 'cause I just did, I did the first one there. Um, I want you to try to summarize the next sentence, maybe, about reconnecting with family. Could be that short.
Okay.
So give me something in the chat there about that, please.
Ugh, I really want to wake up right now because, like, I don't know. It does not feel like a Friday at all.
Yeah, I mean, you could get up and do 10 jumping jacks. You could do 10 burpees. You could, you know, try holding your breath. Uh, that'll that'll actually invigorate your senses if as long as you don't pass out. Um,
Yeah, I just remember this one time at the summer camp that I went to, they decided for an activity, like I think on the third day of camp, they're like, okay guys, we're gonna do a polar bear swim in the morning, aka we woke up likely at 6 a.m., got ready, and went to do a polar bear plunge in the ocean. I've never woken up so fast in my life.
a lot of people are
I,
into
s-
cold showers.
I don't know. I like a shower that's like very, very hot to the point my skin turns red for some reason. I don't know why.
It's fairly normal, but we got to get something done today, and that's where uh, just do the best you can. I'm just asking you to give me a couple of words that summarize that sentence or sentences there about him getting the job at the Overlook Hotel.
Hold on, I forgot what you wanted me to type. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so I'll what I'm trying to get you to do here is, and I was going to give you an example was it says here at the start of the book, Jack was just a normal guy who would try his best to be there for his son Danny. He was also trying to remain sober after alcohol was the trigger for an incident that broke his son's arm after finding out that he had spilled coffee on his papers. So that right there, we can bullet point in the introduction here. Jack, normal guy, okay, recovering alcoholic, son spilled coffee on papers and broke arm. Okay. So we can combine those together. All right. And that's what we're trying to get. That's what an outline is. It's like a few words. It's not full sentences.
Hmm.
So I'm asking you to do that for this second part when he got the job at the Overlook Hotel. Like as much as you can. They're like just short, brief sentences.
Yeah, I mentioned like how he got fired from his previous job. Not
Well, you can certainly add whatever you want at this point, but we're trying to just basically use what you already have written here rather than redoing it. Like we're not trying to add more information is my point. We're just trying to summarize what we already have. But you can add more information, but I would not recommend that at this point.
so like would this work? But whatever I typed in the chat, like would it work?
So not, we don't have to have no full sentences. Like they're just sort of thoughts, like brief thoughts. Like, let me put it back in the chat. Jack, caretaker, Jack, comma, caretaker, comma, overlooked hotel, reconnect with family. So that's kind of what, that's more of the line. Okay, so let's try it again. It's not a full sentence. I mean, it could be, but really that's not the best way to do it. So now let's go back to um, right here. So could you, give me a, like same thing, just some sort of bullet points on that rest of that paragraph. Like basically or comparing to the movie now.
Okay. So you wait, you want me to talk about the movie now, right?
Part in the paragraph. You're seeing my screen, right? The part in the
Yes.
paragraph where we already wrote. Yeah, like you've just trying to ask you to take, and I guess maybe let me do it differently. Let me start highlighting it. I know this is
Yeah.
maybe it's all right. So that part there is what I'm asking you to put into some bullet points.
So how would I exactly like Jack what mood the movie shows that Jack was never normal? Like, do I do it in the same way with like the commas and stuff?
Uh, you're just separating like you're separating just more of like quick thoughts.
Here's what I wrote about that.
Okay. You've not sort of added anything about the fact that we're talking about the movie now. Uh,
Oh yeah, oops. I'm so sorry.
it's okay. But that's important is that you start saying, okay, however, compared to the movie, and then you could say Jack was never normal, always angry, and doesn't like his family, something like that. Okay, so let's move on to body paragraph two. Okay, so it's gonna be a lot of the same thing. So let's undo this. All right, so try to summarize that part in just a few words, please.
All right. All right, here's what I wrote.
Okay. So now you want to talk about this the scene where um you want to talk about you want to do the same thing. You can have less. You don't need the like was and you don't you can kind of drop all that. Kind of the it's just the keywords, the nouns, the adverbs and stuff like that. You don't have to give like you don't need transition. It could just be very choppy.
Is what I write like what I wrote like good in a way?
You don't need as many of these like see I'm not an English like I don't know exact name, but they're like you can be more choppy, and that's the whole point. Is like it's like music, music, goosebumps, um, scene, waterfall of blood, elevator. You don't have to be. It should be easier because it's less like formal. Formal. Because the idea is that you'll expand on it when you write the essay. Is
Mm-hmm.
that is that at all more clear or not?
Yeah, that's clear.
Um, because the idea is if you like if you were to just write full sentences, you're not really writing an outline, you're writing the essay. So
Mm-hmm.
okay, so we're gonna continue with this in the next hour. We're gonna hopefully finish this up so we can submit it to her. and maybe get back to something else. So I'll see you in another hour, another 10 minutes. And there is a new booking email that was sent for sure. Hopefully it's supposed to be automated. Looks like it did get sent. Okay. I'll see you in about 10 minutes.
See you in 10 minutes.
Bye.